Yo, check this out. This is Wayne Wonder, representing for Warrior LTV. You see the vision, don't it? See the vision. Warrior LTV. Keep it locked.
Now, I'm gonna tell you. We, as bloggers, these are the issues that we need to address. You understand what I said? Set the bar for the youth. Share, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned to the channel. I don't know all this shit. Yes, I. Greetings in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I the First, and all things good and wonderful amongst us and about us. Welcome, viewers and subscribers. See, viewers, if you like the content, subscribe and make way grow the platform. I don't know. Feature the cash app if you can. You don't, no pressure. You know, see, we give thanks. See, now, from the other day, I noticed I up in arms about this Dunce business. It's a thing with personal to I and I. I don't know if everyone consider that, you know, personal like I do. But I'll give a little explanation and some personal experience. You know, see, this is an I and I have to make as a youth from a very early age. See, though not successful, but however, it was very mature decision as a youth, and I'll show you in a bit. See, but we are as a people, yeah, this thing is engineered. Nobody can tell me nothing. See, yeah, that's what me personally believe. See, this argument, this nature, yeah, it's engineered. Nowhere else in the world, because it's not like we are the only oppressed people, are the only people that has ever been oppressed by any nation or system. See, the thing about that is what we can openly accept and admit is that nobody else don't get the oppression where we get. See, the segregation and the division and the, you know, the inequality and things like that. Nobody else will get that. Nonetheless, you see, everybody else and most people use higher learning, education, pursuance of higher learning to elevate themselves and gain certain respect that is needed in order to get the recognition and the humanity where they need in a society. You see, not more evidence, and it's proven in a recent time, the Britain have an Indian Prime Minister. See, now if you know, go study the history of the British in India and how things used to operate and things like that. As sad as our experiences was more wicked. You know, see, yeah, we suffered a lot more. Nonetheless, as long as you have a heart in your body, you would have cried for them. You know, see, there's millions of them was sacrificed purposely. You know, see, yeah, for whatever reasons, the history is there. See, I'm not gonna get into it. We could have did, but we don't want to do that neither. Cause our thing we are talking about, we don't want to stray from the point. You know, see. However, we see the position of India in today. See, at one point, China was Britain's highest earner in terms of finance because Britain brought opium to China and get the population addicted to opium. And Britain was the only supplier of opium. So it was a peasant life. You know, see, no respect, no, you know, it was just what it is. I know enough of we experience this type of drug abuse. Somebody we know, we assist just bypassing somebody on the road who has struggled with it. We see the effects. See, so we can assume from where we there, the state of China at the time. It was so bad that China itself had was to take over the market. See, and start supply it people itself. And, you know, break the back of the British as a deterrent for the British, because now the British have competition and things like that. And given this competition, them back out. See, and this is how China now becomes the main supplier, and what them start do is take time, withdraw it from the population little by little. This is how China get for the nation of China get for, we call it, rehabilitate themselves from opium addiction. And this is history. It's written. You see, yesterday you see what China did today. Them never back down themselves with that, and them sort of thing that them defend and demand higher learning and make all the necessary sacrifice. Even in a recent time, they make sacrifice where we know of, where people, the sweatshop argument, yeah, that was part of the sacrifice where the Chinese people themselves decide that they will work hard for little and nothing, and the bulk of the earnings go to the government so that them can develop a formidable state. That them can develop the state. Them not think about themselves, them not think about even generations when they come yet. For literally benefit the sacrifice. See, on a scale, India might not have been that proficient or developed with few tactics in terms of development, but nonetheless it is being developed and it's in a far better position than any black state or we know. You see, we as Jamaican always have this influential effect on every other black nation right across the globe, and influence where we are lose because of this nature and this attitude that we take on, nonchalant and irresponsible. See, it's not something where we plan for lose or intend for lose anytime soon, or we are going to lose anytime soon. There is still hopes and a lot of breathing space and areas where we can make up for last time and waste our time, particularly with this criminal nature and this Dunce nature. Now, you see how long this is going? The fact is, history will always tell you, say, we are the first nation who boycott apartheid in South Africa. Or let's say one of the first nation. All when we don't have nothing on trade with South Africa except sport, which was cricket. I know a recent time we get certain way in the football. See? Cricket. See? Alright. All this said and done, this Dunce nature becomes life, like in the early 80s, in the late 70s, 80s, come right up and continue to get worse and worse and worse. Now, in the early 80s and them sort of time that we can look on it like say, this was a construct, our own government, see, because them used to withhold certain access from I and I. This is where my experience coming now. Because at the end of the day, your parents have to work overtime at the 2-3 job them what she do. See, in a little stall on the corner, she do a little crash program work, and she still a wash clothes and them thing there for people, a domestic work and all them sort of thing there. And still, that money wasn't enough to send even one away out of the 4 children go high school. I go take common entrance, and I just feel, because with common entrance is the exam where you take now where qualify you for move on from early age school to college or high school. See? Now, regardless of the how bright you are, how knowledgeable you are in a regular school curriculum, yeah, if you don't take a thing with them called private lesson, which is a total different curriculum from the regular one where them teach in a school. It's like you can't pass the common entrance. And I don't know if it was again another setup, because I still can't put together how them work that. Even to this day, I still can't put together how private lesson children will succeed. Oh, if you don't take private lesson, you can't succeed. And a different thing them teach in a private lesson, regardless of how successful you are in a regular curriculum, Rasta. I tell you that. It's history, it's written. See? So, even when them thing there, when I go through them thing there, because you still, private lesson is a thing in the evening after regular school. See? Now, during the regular school, you and the private lesson student, private lesson student and you in the same class too, See, you and them in the same class and everybody exists together. You see, that was just one community, one class. See? And you find, say, you're more time, you're far better than them in terms of academics. See, you're more inclined than they are. You're brighter than them in a regular school. Yet still, if you try use that knowledge or that proficiency where you have for go take common entrance, you're not going away. So me I wonder if it's because you're not up on a certain register why the ministry where score the test don't accept you. Or you understand, because I can only see it as a construct. Then again, I don't know if very much people who even attempt to take the common entrance from the regular curriculum. You know, see, it is like, it's an open knowledge, or a system where the school itself set up, so boy, if you not take the private lesson, you can't go take common entrance. See, I think that was the case, you know. You know, see, now, I old lady couldn't afford to pay for private lesson. See, both she and my father put together couldn't afford to pay for private lesson for I and I. See, however, when it come to holiday time and school get break and thing like that, she used to send me to a country, go stay with my auntie. Now my auntie is a lady we love with like her own. Me not no problem. Me not no concern about that. As young as me was, you know, see, not like a case. It's like she it's like she was more concerned. She more protective of I and I than even I old lady when I'm on their Kingston and thing like that. You know, see, we not tell a lie. No disrespect, probably, you know, we don't know how it works. We don't know. We not say our mother love we and she not do her best and like always. We not say that, you know. You know, see, but me I show you say, probably, and the fact say, well then, you know, our little sister send her children them come stay with her, so she make sure, say, nothing go wrong with them or something like that. But she was more protective. She was more like a mother hen. And at night time, when after she put it to bed at night time, she still a patrol the house. And I check pan way and all them things. Oh, mother, gone on your bed, you're gone on your bed, you're gone sleep. You know, see? So, we never have no problem wanting to stay amongst her or go spend a day with her. No. In our household, I was one of the brightest child. You see, yeah, no disrespect. Even children that was older than I couldn't match I in terms of knowledge and academic prowess and things like that. See, now what I observe is that in another catchment area where my auntie live, a place called Grantham in a Clarendon now, you have a school, the primary school named Kilsyth Primary. I remember I've never mentioned it or talked about it before. See, but from Kilsyth Primary now, you can just, from your graduate Kilsyth, them send you on to Edwin Allen High. You know, see, you don't have to take the common entrance now, nothing. Now, I'm going to go down there as a little youth and observe that. See, and the way I'm move on, go higher school, go college, go, you know, because again, it was like a thing where you're more popular, you're more somewhat accepted, and at the end of the day, you come out more, people who go come and go high school or college usually work out for be some level of, you know, professional in the community and thing like that. So it was a nice thing. See? So I man come back when after observing it for a while, a couple different terms of holiday down there, I man come home to our old lady and sit her down. And tell her, I say, watch her. Now, at Kingston, I'm born and growing up. Now, I'm born at Clarendon, but it's like by accident. My mother go down there for a visit and thing and take in with me. So she end up have me at Clarendon. But immediately she come back and talk at Kingston, she live at Kingston and things. Immediately, you don't know. You know, see. Anyway, I'm on there and I observe, say, I can get in a high school like that. So it's not like I'm on a love Kingston. I love Kingston, I'm a place out there. Yeah, because that's so nice. Seeing everything, every time, regardless of how country nice, Clarendon nice, the same Easter, Independence, Christmas, the holiday spirit is more amplified to a degree in a Kingston. Yeah, so you still love it more, but again, you're there Clarendon, it's less demand for take part in the festivities and things like that. And with the little what we have and the accent coming from Kingston and things like that, that in itself alone is everything. You see, they don't need nothing else. They even need clothes. You see, the whole community know you know say Kingston they come from, them automatically assume say, you know, these things are minor, are, you know, certain things are applicable to I and I. See? But still, we love Kingston and prefer Kingston. See, nonetheless, where I'm and Daddy and Sister, I saw the access for going to high school easier. It come like there's no challenge whatsoever compared to where I know. I come home and reason with that old lady and tell her, I say, yo, I want to live with me until a country, I don't want to stay at Kingston. And she couldn't understand why. I explain to her. So I don't have to sit down and explain to her how the college thing affect I, how the expectation and the demands and things like that affect I. And I don't intend to just walk out of all age school so I don't have nothing else to go. See, secondary education, as far as I'm concerned, is not really a gun away neither. See, so we do a secondary school set up to teach you a trade so that you can join the regular workforce as ordinary people, and the likelihood is still little and nothing. See, so I didn't want to go to college or high school. So sit down and reason with the old lady and show her that and say, this is the reason why I want to live with my auntie. It's not like I don't love you, I don't love you, so I don't like Kingston, I don't want to stay. You don't know. But that's the easier way when I see for move on to higher education. See? And I'm an old lady, I say, oh, she not let go her son. See? She not let, it was neat to me. It was a whole lot of selfish. It was really selfish as far as I'm concerned. Not that I'm showing any dissent or my mother will beat me. You can't go on like I want, rebel or be rude because she makes it a decision. I have to accept that. And again, if you know it, say, well then, your mother don't want to let it go. It kind of gives a sense of belonging, a need, like you have a purpose. You get what I say? Amongst her. Seeing your mother, I depend on your mother need amongst her. So again, you have a responsibility type of, seeing, so I man just chill out and build. See, so from I, before I even have sense in adulthood, before I start see girlfriend and then start a thing there. Before I start have girlfriend, I have my first love of education. See it, regardless, irrespective of being an adult and observing, say, this is how nations build. See, no matter how you want to look on it, say, Western education and a brainwash and rate. The thing about it, it's called intelligence. And intelligence means you can observe and read, you can access certain areas again where you better develop yourself, personal growth and development, community growth and development as well. See, if we go back to Africa now, we have to observe education, re-educating ourselves according to the culture, because according to the nature of affairs, and to anywhere in the world you move go. You're going to have to focus on re-educating yourself, becoming, accustomed to what going around you, how things operate and things like that. This Dunce argument and them sort of thing there, it don't make no sense. That not go nowhere. See, this is a construct. It's like a scientific design, Rasta, pushed amongst us. Nowhere else in the world you're not going to hear them thing there. No, we as a nation were free blood clots out. Excuse me, some of that try to do this without cussing one bad word style. We as a nation were free South Africa from apartheid. I come and embrace this ignorance right now, regardless of how people want to class it or terms it, or translate it. It's not something that should be even looked at as, them type of word are not supposed to even, it's not supposed to in our vocabulary for express them tendencies there, Rasta. Worse as a oppressed people. As a oppressed people. And not like we have no gold mine or no oil mine or nothing going for me. How we intend to deal with you with them? What we are do? Just, with the thing where we are create later on, it's gonna affect people more than whatever we think now affect we, You see, these narrative, these principles where we are trying to leave back to the youth them, it's gonna be amplified. And how well is it gonna benefit them? Our children them there, our offspring them there, Who to tell us we're not gonna go somewhere after this life and now observe the effects of our nature and attitude in the earth here and I suffer. with children them too. And probably our suffering is amplified. Not for we selfishly think, oh, we just live this life and pass off and gone. No, now no never go beyond this life yet and come back. Nobody never come back come telling you what beyond there is like. You know, see it? So you still have to be conscious and careful of that. You know, see it? Yeah. No disrespect. But we cannot there and think say it's responsible or even a fears or a byword or whatever people want to look on this Dunce talk as Rasta. You know, see, this is disrespect to all our ancestors them we struggle for we get the access where it is available to us these days. You know, see, again, when we look upon how today's youth have more access and more rights to these things than I had as a youth, you know, we are talking about it now, and it's something that was supposed to even in our vocabulary, and it's something that we were supposed to even think about. It's not an accepted task process, Rasta. No. So, without a doubt, it's very personal to I. It's like when I was a child, again, you have adults I talk about with the Dunce and I embrace, I romanticize, and I glamorize illiteracy because that's what it is. You know, see, regardless of how academically inclined or how much subjects or whatever achievement you might have as a person, no, where I embrace this Dunce argument here for whatever reason, yeah, the definition is there. And that's what's gonna be amplified by the next generation, Rasta. And we can't afford. It's irresponsible. That will come for do destroy the generation will come after we. Every race makes sacrifices for just mention China where them do, where them got through to where them do for reach where them dead today. In our lifetime, it's evident. Remember when we used to see about China in a farmer medium is some people are push cart, ride horse. You never used to even see a vehicle or anything like that in the movie them or any depiction regarding the Chinese society. When I grew up, this is the mindset where I grew up regarding the Chinese them. You know, so like some peasant lifestyle type thing. I go on even worse than where we are go through as black people. You know, see? And them no under no cash, them no under no gun and bayonet. You know, see? You know, look at them today. Regardless if that was propaganda or not, it was a very intelligent move, even if it was propaganda or is the truth. A very, very intelligent move. And for them because all of a sudden, you know, peasant lifestyle are gonna be a jacket and ties like suddenly out of the blues. Vroom. You know, see? Why can't we, you know, take a page out of them strategy there, and strategy book there, and try to develop ourselves? We have owned this victimhood nature and it's depressing, it's unacceptable. A boy business that. You know, see it, a boyism. You know, see it. I remember back in the day when we used to, Jamaican people used to look down upon ones who take government house, who take scheme house from the government. You know, so probably they never have knowledge of how the NHT work or however, whatever. Believe it or not, I used to remember people from the gully I walk through scheme. And I look on them people that were living there like a free house and I forget from government and I worthless people. Type of attitude is not like, yes, them yard clean, concrete house and secure grill and all them sort of thing there, but we still used to look on it like a handout type of thing. A lot of people used to look on it like that. I don't know if it was just a way how our elders them put it to kind of reinforce a level of independence in I and I, but this was one time the case. You know, see it? So this strategy, a strategy that was applied to develop and raise I and I into the human that we are today. So again, it's very, very personal when we hear people embrace them sort of thing today. It's like a I and I, yeah, insult personally. Yeah. I don't know if it makes sense to most people or to the Dunce one them because that's the all I did there. But you know, I do my best and try showing out the reason why I am on a fight on this and burn loud fire upon any Mr. Muma, whatever, we embrace or justify this fuck here. We give thanks because more bad what good at us and we don't want that.